What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here, and we're here today to talk to you all, you good people, about everything that has been going on in the WWE, AEW, and the professional wrestling world since the end of June, since we took our break, we moved, and all of the shenanigans that we have missed. We were here last week, we were here for Money in the Bank and Heat Wave, but there were still a lot of other things that we missed, such as new tag team champions, new people coming, new people debuting, and a lot in between, reunions, and a lot more. So we're here today to talk about all of that, talk about all the news, the notes, the rumors, talk a little bit about SummerSlam, answer your questions, and have ourselves a good episode. So welcome back to T.T.W, guys, as this is where we talk about everything going on in the wrestling world, and we have ourselves some good conversations. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to try to figure out why I cannot go live on X. And then I'm going to go and get to the chat. So let's get to the chat real quick. We got Jadis in the house. What's up, Jadis? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. We have a lot to talk about, Jadis. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, my guy. Yes, we do. We do have a lot to talk about today. WWE signed the ESPN reporter. Yes, he didn't shout out to Jadis for this one because I actually did not have this one up and in my my thing until Jadis sent it to me. Shout out to Jadis. We have, guys, the first thing we'll talk about here is we have a new announcer that will be joining us this Friday on Friday Night SmackDown, as Joe Tessitore has been officially joins, and he officially joins the SmackDown commentating team tomorrow with Corey Graves, or not tomorrow, I should say, this upcoming Friday, not tomorrow, today is Sunday, so this upcoming Friday on SmackDown, he will be a part of the SmackDown roster. I don't think he was part of it last week. I don't think so. I didn't hear him. So we got him, and he will be going, and he will be doing his thing. So we'll have to see how he does and what the people think about him. What's up, Hassan? How you doing? So, Jadis, I was thinking about doing it, but as I said, there are some changes that are coming to the channel. So I will officially tell you guys today, and then I will make a short about what those changes are. So we'll talk about that, though. Off topic, but 25-year anniversary of SpongeBob. They're supposed to have an extra episode of his birthday. Listen, I don't care if I'm 20. I don't care if I'm 40. I don't care if I'm 60. I'm still going to be watching SpongeBob like it's one of the best shows ever. Because, yeah. Let's go. And let's have ourselves a good one. So, Yes, but I can't wait for the bump on Wednesday. Yes, sir. The bump is going to be a good one. Let's get that bump going. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? Stephanie, yes, she did. She debuted in Mexico. And since we talked last on the T.T.W episode, Stephanie she's been in AEW, she's at Forbidden Door, and now she's in NXT. So she's somebody else we'll talk about. Apparently, she didn't choose AEW because people there like Rush support the ex-boyfriend who her and Rush dated. That's interesting. Apparently, she's supposed to debut in NXT. It should be interesting. Natalya, guys, we thought Natalya was going to go somewhere. Well, we lied because Natalya is now not going anywhere, and Natalya will still be with the WWE for years and years to come. So, she will no longer be a free agent. This is a long episode. Jadis, you love the long episode. You love when I'm here. We better cover everything because I believe there is one thing that Tino is going to leave out every episode. I don't know what. Well, Jadis, is there anything that I miss? Please let me know. Because once we get through the chat, I'm going to get through and we'll start talking about all of them. But I don't want to leave you guys hanging yet. Roman should be back by SummerSlam. You know, the last 3 years we've had SummerSlam returns. So I think we're going to see another one. SpongeBob is the GOAT. That's all I gotta say about SpongeBob. They did also win a bunch of Kids' Choice Awards last night. And for some reason it did not record, so I think I'm just gonna go watch it on Disney Plus. I watched What Brand Would You Like to See Her On, and what dream matches would you like to see? We do have a Q&A, guys, on the YouTube channel. And for some reason, it's not allowing me to go live on X right now. So if you are watching on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. So make sure you come over here on X and maybe on YouTube and come ask me some good questions. But we will get to those questions also, guys. What's up, James? What's up, Daniel? How we doing, Daniel? Wait, this Friday? I thought in 20. Wait, this Friday for what? This Friday for what? You're confusing me now. Anyway, let's get to it, though, and let's talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, because we have, we were here last Friday. We were here the Friday before that. But the one Friday, the first day of our break, was one hell of a Friday night SmackDown. It was in Chicago, Illinois. It was my last day in my house that I spent. Watched it with one of my friends. But guys, we had the Paul Heyman and CM Punk reunion. We had the debut of Jacob Fatu. And at the time, we obviously had Money in the Bank qualifying matches and everything else going on like that. But, we saw that. But the one thing we also did see was Drew McIntyre took out CM Punk. Obviously, you guys know this Monday we will see what happens with Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre quit. He got into a fight. He elbowed Adam Pearce. But at this time, he quit. And then he showed up on SmackDown. And then he took CM Punk out to the Allstate Arena and showed him to his hometown crowd. Beat up, brutalized, and Drew McIntyre just destroyed CM Punk. And then in that same SmackDown, we saw the debut. And guys, I said it. I said it at the time. That Thursday when we did our last episode, I said something big's going to happen because it's in Chicago. I tried to go, but I couldn't go. And that's just my luck. I always miss all the good things. So, Jacob Fatu made his debut. And I don't know about you guys, but right now, Jacob Fatu might very well be my favorite Bloodline 2.0 member. He's scary. He's good. He's fast. He's ready to destroy people. And it doesn't matter what he does, where he does. Jacob Fatu just wants to destroy everyone in every which way that he can. So, Jacob Fatu is in the WWE. And then the following Monday, the first Monday of July, I think it was. It was July 1st that Monday. Or no, it wasn't. No, I lied. So, wait, no, was it? No, it was. No, wait, because I want to make sure I get my days right. No, I lied. So it was June 24th, that first Monday Night Raw that we had. And we saw Liv Morgan help JD and Finn Balor win the tag team titles over R-Truth and The Miz. When Liv Morgan cahoots R-Truth into giving JD and Finn a free tag team match opportunity just because he was friends with Liv Morgan. And then Liv Morgan cost R-Truth the titles. And now we have Judgment Day back as the tag team title champions. And as you guys saw this past Monday, we saw Mommy return. And we will see this tomorrow. We will see tomorrow on Monday Night Raw what will go down and what Mommy has to say. It will most likely lead to a match at SummerSlam, where I don't know who exactly is going to win. But Mommy's back and she's pissed. So, we also saw that Monday, we saw the first videotape of the Uncle Howdy videotapes with all the craziness and with Bo Dallas having a conversation with himself. Nikki Cross, obviously, throughout the upcoming following Raws. She's been giving Michael Cole a VHS tape. She gave Pat McAfee a VHS tape last week. And we're getting these interviews with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas talking to each other. We saw faces. We saw Husker the Pig. We saw Mercy the Buzzer. And we saw, oh my God, what's the other one? I forgot. Oh my goodness. Blanking right now. Let me know in the comments. What's the other guy's name from the Firefly Funhouse? I can't but think of it. But we saw Joe Gacy. We saw Dexter Loomis. We saw Eric Rowan. And we saw Nikki Cross. They didn't show Nikki Cross's face, but we got a little bit of like a mask and then face type of thing, which I thought was really cool. But this Uncle Howdy stuff, I understand people want it to be a certain way and people are going to say what they want and everything else like that. But you got to let it slow play. If you've learned the one thing in the Triple H era, guys, he loves the long-term booking. He's not going to let things go and let it happen right away with everybody's satisfaction. We got to let it play out. We got to see what happens, and we got to see what goes down. Because I don't know why. I've really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people have said that they haven't. A lot of people say they don't. A lot of people say they do. But I just really do enjoy it. And I love seeing these videotapes. So we've seen that these past few weeks on Raw. Last week on Raw, we saw Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas be in Adam Pearce's office. So we shall see if they continue that this upcoming Monday, or if we see another VHS. We'll have to see what goes down. But I've really enjoyed that on Monday Night Raw. We also have seen Zelina Vega get involved with Liv Morgan a little bit. Obviously, Zelina had her match on that Raw. We saw Liv Morgan, do whatever Liv Morgan's doing. And now it looks like she's on a collision course for Rhea Ripley and SummerSlam. But I hope Zelina does get back in the picture, and I really hope that the rumors are true. We've seen a lot of people recently, like Assemble Matt. We saw SCW Steve. They've done a few videos on the possibility of having a new women's Intercontinental Champion and a new women's U.S. Championship. I really hope Zelina gets an opportunity at that. If she does not get another opportunity at the World Championship, I do believe, and I think that one day Zelina Vega will get a singles run of some type of kind with some type of championship in WWE. And I think it's going to happen. It's just more of a matter of when than if it will happen. So we saw Liv and Zelina. And then we saw, obviously, this past Monday, not too much happened. All the shenanigans. The 3 hours of Raw, it was what it was. But they were obviously leading to more of what is going to happen with everything that's going on with Cody. Or not Cody, I'm sorry. Wrong show. That's SmackDown. That's SmackDown. But no, on Raw, we're focusing on Priest. We're focusing on Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. We'll obviously have to see what happens with that. Drew McIntyre will be in the building tomorrow. CM Punk will not be. We'll have to see if CM Punk shows up. But I think I think either way we'll figure out what is going on with that. We'll have to figure out which side Dominic chooses and all of that. But this past Friday now, we saw the return. And I will not skip what happened on Tuesday, because you guys know we said his name and he appeared. But I want to talk about SmackDown first. I didn't forget about our guy. But SmackDown, we saw DIY win the tag team championships. They just defended the tag team championships again, and they beat them again. Obviously, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory most likely on a collision course to turn on each other. But DIY winning the tag titles a few weeks ago finally got their opportunity. 16 years, I think, Tommaso Ciampa said that when he first made his first ever appearance in WWE, might even been longer. It might have been like 20 years ago at this point. Oh my goodness, we old. But Tommaso Ciampa, 15 to 20 plus years from that time, same arena, winning the titles for making his debut. It's some guy, I don't know what his name was. It was DIY winning those tag titles. We'll have to see where it goes. We'll have to see who they face. But I'm just happy that they finally got the opportunity to do what they wanted to do, and finally happy they were able to go out there and do their thing. So we'll have to see who goes and who faces DIY, because I think it will be good, and that will be an exciting thing, and it will be just fun to see what happens with that. But you know what? And you know who showed up and appeared on Tuesday night? We didn't know if it was going to happen. At the end of Heat Wave, we saw a little teaser, and then on Tuesday, we saw a little bit more teasers. We are now leading to the Great American Bash. I will be live for the Great American Bash. I will also be live for one of the other NXT shows that they are doing. I forgot which one it is. I think the Great American Bash might be it, but there's another one. We also had Bad Blood announced. If you did not see that, Bad Blood was announced for October. So get excited for the return of the Bad Blood pay-per-view. But guys, let's talk about that Tuesday night. It was, and we saw the return, making another appearance on NXT. We said his name and he appeared, Mr. Joe Hendry. We got to clap with him, guys, if you believe in Joe Hendry. I love seeing all the little kids that are just clapping with him. It's so cool just to see what one person can do on a whole entire community. So, Joe Hendry was the partner of Trick Williams after Javon Evans got taken out. So, Javon Evans got taken out. Joe Hendry appeared. And we got a tag team match between them. And we got Ethan Page and Sean Spears. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's, yeah, Sean Spears and Ethan Page. So it was a little AEW action against TNA and WWE. Who would have seen that coming in 2024? Not me, but here we are. So, Joe Hendry, listen, you could say what you want about Joe Hendry and everything else like that. I personally really enjoy him. You may not like his wrestling. And I'm just more or less talking about the people that are going to try to come at me right away. So, you don't have to like Joe Hendry. But you cannot say that the man has not done everything that he's needed to do to get over, selling t-shirts, being like the third overall merch seller, doing everything that he's doing, the song going viral, everything going viral for this man. And he got in the ring with some really good superstars on Tuesday. And I think he did hold himself up pretty well. Obviously, he's not perfect, and obviously he may not have been as fast as some of the other guys, because obviously they train different in different companies and everything else like that. But I think Joe Hendry did very well. He got a pop. He did very good. And I think we're going to see Joe Hendry appear in the Royal Rumble next year, guys. Can you imagine we got John Cena, CM Punk, Joe Hendry, possibly The Rock, maybe Roman Reigns, depending on what Roman Reigns is doing at WrestleMania next year. We could have a stacked-ass Royal Rumble next year. And we say that every year. But next year, very well, could be a big, big year for the Royal Rumble. So we'll have to see what goes down and what happens with all of that. But should be very interesting to see where it goes and what happens with that. Because Joe Hendry is here. I think he'll show up more on NXT. I don't know if he'll show up every week, but I think it will be more about a couple times a month. And I think he'll show up for the pay-per-views. Also on NXT, we are seeing Miss Roxanne Perez, still champion. We got the new team of the Radicals. We saw the return of MSK, everybody, with Zachary. We got Nash Carter. We got Zachary. We got the Radicals returning and uniting together. They will be facing Gallus this upcoming Tuesday on NXT. We'll also be seeing, as we talked about a little bit earlier, Miss Stephanie. She made her debut in Mexico, and she will be going to NXT. And she was the one that faced Mercedes Moné at AEW Forbidden Door. And it is just so crazy that now the fact that she is in AEW or in NXT, where she was just at in WWE, or she was just in AEW, and now she's in WWE. It's so crazy how fast these things can happen. And you really just don't know with what the situation is. You really don't know where anybody is going to show up right now. Like, if you're a free agent and if you haven't signed anywhere, you could really show up anywhere. And I mean, the people being in TNA, there's a lot of guys we could still see very well go and come to the main roster, NXT, and then go to the main roster. I feel like like Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace is a perfect example of somebody that I believe that once she is called up, or once her contract is up, I think that we're going to see her be a big star. I think she's going to go out there and do her thing very much. She's going to be a champion, and I think we're going to see her and Charlotte Flair most likely sooner rather than later. So we're going to have to see what happens with all the TNA crossovers, but I'm excited for it. We just saw Charlie Dempsey go out there and do his thing, so we'll have to see who else goes over and who else jumps ship. But I really been enjoying this NXT stuff. I've been enjoying Joe Hendry. I just think the fact that somebody has gotten over that fast, that quickly, is just so cool to see. And I love watching the rise of people, because the rise of seeing these superstars go from all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top, bottom, top, wherever, whichever way you want to go. It's so cool to watch them go out there and do it. So We have a few other things to talk about, but before I do all of that, let's get to the chat. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. If there is anything that you guys do want to talk about, anything I haven't mentioned yet, something I might be forgetting, please let me know, because there's a lot that goes on in the professional wrestling world, and I kind of forget sometimes. So let's try to find out where I was, and then we will get back to the chat. SpongeBob is very known for real. Some people say that he could be that Mania. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah. So we were here talking about Roman Reigns. So let's talk about Mr. Roman Reigns. Because the one thing that I find just so funny about this whole entire thing is that everybody didn't want Roman Reigns here in the first place. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants Roman Reigns now. It's just so funny when somebody leaves like that. They really realize how much you miss the person and how much they actually brought to the company. So I've said it, and I'm going to stick to it. I think we see the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I say that we see Solo about to win the title. Maybe he's doing his big, I'm the tribal chief nonsense. Maybe Lamar thinks he's about to win. And then I think we hear Paul Heyman, or we just hear Roman Reigns' music. The crowd goes bananas. Roman Reigns comes out. He spears Solo Sikoa. He helps Cody win. And then we go off air. We go off air. And we wait to see what happens and what goes down on the following SmackDown with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Does this mean that we are going to see Roman go right after Cody again? Does this mean we're going to see Roman bring Jimmy and Jay back with him at SummerSlam? Because I think Jimmy's going to return before SummerSlam. Shoot, I thought SummerSlam was going to be, I thought Jimmy was going to return this past Friday, a couple days ago, but sadly he did not, and that's okay. So, I think we see Roman return at SummerSlam. They set up something to go and fight at the next pay-per-view, maybe after SummerSlam. Maybe they wait until a Survivor Series. I don't know, because I think Roman will be in the Survivor Series War Games match. So we'll have to see where it goes with Roman. But I do believe Roman Reigns will return at SummerSlam. SpongeBob is very young, but yes, no one. Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, hey, I would do it to win and give away from SpongeBob. Leave some questions. Thank you, Michelle. I will be answering those questions after we get through the chat and after we talk about a few more things. I asked who Stephanie first feud should be. I like it. We'll talk about that later. I asked what brand would you like to see her on. I appreciate that, Jadis. Yo, okay, so did I read these already? I might have. Oops. Let's see. I thought I see people say that Roman's gonna return at Mania. Roman will return way before Mania. I saw Tino's luck is back. Yes, my luck is awful, Jadis. Yeah, mommy's back and Dom's screwed. That's all we gotta say about that. Hey Tino, see the flashbacks from Friday? LOL. Solo trying to be Roman, trying Cody, tying Cody up. Yeah, man, I don't know. I was very shocked that we didn't see Jimmy, but you know what? I shouldn't be shocked, and I kind of like that I'm wrong sometimes, because it's not always going to be right, and I'm not always going to get the right answer about what is going to happen. So it's okay to not always be right. Michelle, she going to start off. She might. Sammy and Dragunov, we'll have to see. Should be interesting to see, but also, the more I've thought about it too, they very well could do Drew McIntyre segment last, and they could have CM Punk possibly come out at the end. I mean, we're also going to find that out. We got a lot of information to find out tomorrow. That's why I think the week's gonna go quick for me because Uncle Howdy's stuff got me excited. Jadis, that's kind of what sometimes stuff like that like gets you through the week. I have a staff meeting tomorrow night after work, so I'll be late. I'll record it. Well, I'll be here. Good luck on your meeting. Yes, Michelle, good luck on your meeting. The one thing I really hope that they don't do is I hope that they don't actually cut out before we see the ending, because last week we missed and we didn't see Dominic chasing after Mommy. CM Punk think he won't show up. CM Punk's gonna show up tomorrow. Don't be realistic here. I know Hendry would be Trick's partner and he would pin Shawn Spears. I wonder if they put Joe Hendry on the Great American Bash. When will Prince Puma show up in AEW? Ricochet? I give it 2 months. That was a crazy NXT heat wave. Yeah, it was. It was a good show though. We have a new NXT champion in Ethan Page. Kalani Jordan is still your champion. Roxanne is still your champion. Nathan Frazier and Axiom are still your champion. And Oba Femi is still your champion. So we saw a lot of same champions, but we also got Ethan Page as your new champion. Jadis, you need to start watching NXT more. But Cora Jade is another superstar, another woman that is out with injury. Cora Jade, I don't know if they wait that long for Cora Jade. I mean, they could if they wanted to. But what I would do with Cora Jade is I would bring her back for like somebody that like they hype up a little bit. They have like a mystery person and it's revealed to be Cora Jade. But do it the correct way. The Radicals versus Gallus, yes, sir. Izzy and Tatum have been on Impact. Izzy, yes. Speaking of Izzy Dane, guys, did you guys know Izzy Dane is now dating Braun Breaker, I think? It might just be a rumor, but that's what I saw. They only want Roman because Solo is ruining the bloodline. Exactly. That's the whole point. War Games, Bloodline versus New Bloodline, yes. I want to see all these matches. Solo and Roman, Jacob and Roman. I think, yeah, Rhea probably does start off Raw tomorrow. I just hope Michelle sees the VHS tape after her meeting. Well, she should. Gets anywhere now. I mean, I think it's going to be more or less the same, but I think we might start seeing more of the other people, like Eric, Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy. I think we're going to start seeing more of their characters. And we're going to be seeing more of them kind of maybe get interviewed by Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. I'll record it. I appreciate you, Michelle. So, if there is any other news and notes that I did forget, guys, we got a few things still to talk about. But if I did, please continue to leave your questions. Ask me anything you want to know. We will get to the questions in the YouTube thing. But I do want to talk about the changes coming to the channel. And then I do want to talk about a few things that we could possibly see just happening throughout the rest of this upcoming week. Maybe SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank. We have Tiffany Stratton and Drew McIntyre, guys. I didn't talk about it, but at Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre did cash in his Money in the Bank, and he was screwed. And we saw Mr. Money in the Bank not win the championship, and it just added to the layer of CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. So, if you did not see that, we do have no Mr. Money in the Bank, but we do have a Mrs. Money in the Bank, and her name is Tiffany Stratton. And it's only a matter of time before we get that pink briefcase. So I do want to mention that too. But let's talk about this, what's changing to the channel. So, first thing changing, there will no longer be any pre-recorded episodes. And if there are pre-recorded episodes, such as video games, where I pre-record a match or I pre-record a GM episode just because I am not able to record it live at that exact time or something, whatever, just hypotheticals. We will be here live every episode. I will pre-record the episode, but I will be here live to react with you. So we'll just live react to the episode, whatever we are doing. So no more pre-recorded episodes. So you guys will no longer have to worry about us not being live. Because if we're not live, then there's going to be no episode. There will be a couple shorts, a short, or maybe just nothing. And then you have to come and hang out for the next live. So that is the one thing that is changing. Also, the other thing that's changing, and not really changing, but I did want to talk about it because you guys have brought it up a bunch, and I don't want you guys to be thinking I forgot about you. So, memberships, guys. Free memberships coming your way the week of SummerSlam, week of Summer Scam. You, starting on Monday through Saturday, week of SummerSlam, every single day that we're live here, the MVP of that episode will become and get yourself a free membership, and you will get that membership the following and that night of Friday Night SmackDown and the day of SummerSlam. So, memberships going live, free memberships. 5 of you will get free memberships from Monday to Friday, one each day, and all of you will get them on Saturday for SummerSlam. You guys could use the emotes. You'll be a part of the membership-only live streams and so much more. We will also be doing more members-only live streams, episodes, content, and stuff that only members can be able to see because I do want to start using all more of the membership perks. It's just been a little crazy with me having to move so quickly, being out of there, being in a new house, getting stuff unpacked, and everything else like that. So, SummerSlam weekend, guys. SummerSlam week memberships coming your way. Speaking of, what color do you want me to dye my beard, Jadis? Do you want me to dye a beard, or do you want me to dye it blonde? I'll dye my hair blonde too, and I could be Tino Hendry. Say his name and he appeared. No, that doesn't work. So, no, we're not shaving nothing. But the third thing that we're changing here, we will no longer be doing other video game content other than just WWE. We'll only be doing WWE content from this going on forward. So we'll no longer be doing NBA content. No more Madden content. Maybe I will go live and try the NBA college game, NCAA game. Maybe one time I will try to go live for it just to see what it's all about. But to be honest, the views aren't there. Watch hours aren't there. And I would rather focus more on WWE 2K24. The other wrestling games, I have gotten a few older wrestling games. I recently just picked up 2K14. I want to try to see if we can get those somehow up on the channel somehow, where I could hook up the older systems. We could play them. We could go check out the older superstars, the older games, see what's new, what's different, what we liked, what we didn't like, all that good stuff. So we will no longer be playing the other games as much as I love to. The video games, I know not NBA, I meant NCAA. My bad. NCAA. Yes. So NCAA. And not necessarily no Madden live streams, but it's going to be more of less of me taking on somebody or me doing a challenge with somebody or something else like that. So there's just going to be no more videos, live streams of Madden, me just playing them and everything else like that. Like I said, it's going to be far from in between. Like I said, maybe one or two, but we'll have to see what happens because, like I said, the content's just not there. The content isn't there for me. The views aren't there. And I'd, like I said, rather focus on something that you guys will more likely rather watch than me just sitting here playing Madden with Jadis, and it's him and I for 3 hours. Speaking of the football season, other changes, and the last changes that are coming to the channel, we will be doing, and we will no longer be going live every single week for the NFL season. We will be going live for the best games of the NFL season. And if we do not go live on that Sunday, we will do, and we will be having ourselves a morning episode starting at 11 o'clock as we go live and we get you ready for kickoff 55 minutes right before kickoff as I give you my thoughts on the injuries, who's in, who's out, who's playing, who's not, and all of that good stuff with your fantasy football. We'll still have the fantasy football show every single week, and then we'll come here live every week. Whenever we don't go live and I will help you with your fantasy football knowledge an hour before the games begin. So, yes, only the best games, Jadis. So, Thursday night games we'll go live for that are good. Like I said, if there's just not any good games, we're just not going to go live for them. But like Thursday night, obviously opening night, week 1, we'll definitely pick a game. But starting after that, if it's just a bunch of crappy games throughout the week, we're just not going to go live. I will do all of the playoffs like we did. I will do the Super Bowl like we did. But more or less for the regular season, I want to focus on stuff that, like I said, you guys will watch and that you guys will see. And you guys will want to check out and come and hang out here for. And I really don't know why YouTube's not allowing me to go live on Instagram or on Twitter. That kind of makes me mad. Speaking of that, also, I do want to also start going live on Instagram. So I don't know if that's a change or an upgrade or something. But for some episodes, PLEs and others, we will be live on Instagram. So you could go over to Instagram, come over to YouTube. Hopefully, if we fix the X, go to Twitch, and you can see your boy Tino on all the social medias. So make sure you do all of that. And like I said, guys, that is most of the changes. And if anything else is coming or changing to the channel, I will let you know. We talked about a little bit of the live streams. I'm doing the polls, but we're just not putting the ticker on the bottom for the matches no more. I'm going to try for the pay-per-views. I'm going to try to have my background to be where the matches are. So you know what matches are when the background is on. So SummerSlam, if it's LA Knight and Logan Paul, you'll see behind me Logan Paul and LA Knight instead of seeing it on the ticker below. So, like I said, just a few things. We also got the new camera. We got the new microphone. Hopefully that all sounds good. Hopefully I look good. I hope so, because I'm looking on my TV and it don't look so good. So please, hopefully it looks good. TikTok, not yet. I don't want to steal Lamar's thunder. So let's get back to the chat. Oh, I did forget something. We could be seeing another return possibly very soon, guys, in Miss Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss. We could be seeing her come back. And as I said that name, guys, my TV went off. I'm not dyeing my hair. No. So no more Madden live streams on Saturdays every week. No. Like I said, we may do Madden episodes here and there, live streams, maybe where I take somebody on, another YouTuber or something like that. But no longer am I going to sit here and play Madden on Saturdays, and Jadis and I are just going to hang out here. It's NCAA. My bad, Jadis. I said the NBA. My bad. NCAA, guys. College football. If Bliss joins the Wyatt Six, what should her mask be? See, that's just my only thing. Is why should Alexa join the Wyatt Six? Like, I just don't understand. Because I just feel like Nikki's doing such a good job that I feel like it would kind of like not make any sense to bring another girl into it. And I still personally think the sixth member of the Wyatt Six is Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, and Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. I think Bray Wyatt's the final member, and I think he's always there. He's just always here in spirit. So it may not be what everybody wants it to be, but I think that's very cool. I think that's a situation that I think that is just one of those things that is meaningful. The family, the situation, the story that they're telling, where it's going to go. I think that's exactly what it should be. So I think that Bray Wyatt is the sixth member of the Wyatt Six. Only for the best game. Yes, best game. So Thursday night season premiere. Obviously, we'll be here live for that game. We'll be here for games like Mahomes and Rodgers, possibly Jalen and Lamar on Eagles and Ravens, Caleb and Mahomes, Caleb and Allen, Caleb and Burrow, no, I'm just kidding. No, maybe we'll go live for a Bears game, but the Bears got to be playing like the Packers, The Bears got to be playing a game that is actually going to be good. And yes, we may still miss on some of the games that we pick, but I'm going to do my best to make sure we have a competitive and a good game to watch here every single week on the channel. And we're not just picking games that you guys decide, that I'm sure most of you just picked because you guys were messing around with me, which is fine. I get it. I mean, hey, I appreciate all of you guys coming here and hanging out here. I appreciate it. But I want to go live for games that more people will come and watch, build a more of a community, come and do, just all of that type of stuff. If there's a bad game on Thursday, do something else. Yes. So possibly we'll go live at 7 o'clock. We're just not watching the game on Thursdays. We will have the Southside Boys until the end of September and October while I do the playoffs by myself. Unless Teacher Justin want to come and hang out, but probably not. So we'll be here until the end of September on Thursdays with the Southside Boys. We also do have some rumors where we could see the Motor City Machine Guns show up. Guys, the fact that we could see anybody show up at any time is what my favorite thing about this whole situation is. The fact that we could see the Hardy Boys maybe show up, Joe Hendry show up. We could see guys like Trick Williams, Roxanne Perez, Carmen Petrovic. We could see Natalia, the OC, the Radicals. We could see everybody go from brand to brand to brand. And I think it's going to be exciting to see what happens. Spain played really well. TikTok, yes, eventually. Jadis, do I think? I appreciate you, Jadis. Questions are saved for last. Those questions are saved for last. Like, how have her come back on her own? Alexa? So I think the way that she comes back is maybe they do some type of like secret, like mystery thing where stuff is happening. And then maybe Alexa, maybe Miss Bliss goes and has herself and she's revealed to be that superstar. Maybe she just comes back as the goddess. I would love to see that. I always love the goddess. Maybe we see her come back in some type of Wyatt thing where maybe she is acting creepy, but she's not really a part of the Wyatt Six. I don't know. But I think it's going to be more of what she wants to do, what she feels like she can do. Remember, she's just coming back from having a baby. She's going in and doing her training right now. It's a lot on a woman to bring somebody into this world. So Alexa, she's gonna, she might not be in full strength right away, but I know she will get there. And when she does, it's gonna be beautiful to see. So don't judge her right away. But it should be interesting to see where she wants to go. And I think it should be all about what she wants to do and not more or less what they want to do. A gauntlet match, maybe an elimination chamber. Maybe she don't come back until Survivor Series. Maybe she's like a survivor, a surprise member for a Survivor Series team. Maybe they bring her back at SummerSlam. Maybe she goes after Nia Jax. Remember, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax have history from when Alexa was making fun of Nia. But now Alexa could be the one to go beat up Nia because Nia is the one that's the bad one. And Nia is the one that is not like the good person. So they could kind of flip that rivalry around. And maybe we see them go after each other for the rivalry. And maybe for the title. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think she has a lot of ability to do a lot of very good things. Who's Sammy's next opponent after Braun Breaker? Well, I think Braun Breaker is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. So I think Braun Breaker wins. And then I think we see Sammy go on and maybe have a few rivalries. I think it would be cool to see Sami Zayn go back to NXT. That'd be really cool, to be honest. Hardy Boys, one last run. Yes. Tiffany Stratton yesterday teased her cash-in on a Bayley after she retained her women's championship at a live event. Tiffany Stratton, guys, is going to tease about 50,000 times, and we're never going to know which one is the actual cash-in until we actually hear that bell ring, because she's going to come out all the time. She's going to come out at SummerSlam. She's going to come out next Friday. She probably comes out at one of the other things. And I just think that Tiffany Stratton is going to be a great addition to have and to be Miss Money in the Bank. I think she really is. It's going to be good. So, those are the questions that we have here. Oh, Braun and his gauntlet matches, man. Bro, I can't deal with Braun sometimes. But let's get to it, and let's get to those questions, guys. We got some questions you guys asked me. So let's get to those questions, and let's see what you guys got. I appreciate all of them. Let's get to it, and let's see what they all say. Jadis, how many questions you dang, Jadis? Okay. So, let's see if can I put these on here? No, I cannot. Go select question. Can I put it on there? No. Oh, okay. So you guys saw. Okay, so you guys can see it now in the chat. I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of cool. So Jadis is asked. J Dog asked, what are the chances of the percentage we see an actual Roman Reigns and Jimmy Usos? Do we see them both attack? So I think we're gonna see Roman return at SummerSlam, and I think we're going to see Jimmy return before SummerSlam. So that's what I think is going to happen with that. Michelle asked this, but will we get a rematch for the tag championships at SummerSlam? I do not believe that we're going to see a tag team match. What I think we could see between them is I think we're going to see Austin Theory against Grayson Waller in a good old-fashioned singles match and have themselves go fight it out one by one. And maybe Austin Theory turns face. Maybe Austin Theory joins DIY and reunites the family. I mean, we'll have to see. Could we see Miss Bliss at Survivor Series? I mean, personally, I just don't know. I think it's going to be more or less when she's going to be ready and when she wants to come back. Oh, and you say Finn Balor. Oh, Finn Balor Demon is willing to join the Wyatt Six. I did see that. What would you guys think about Finn Balor joining and even bringing back his Demon character? I mean, I don't even think of it just should Finn Balor join the Wyatt Six. I think it should be should Finn Balor come back and bring back his Demon character that we haven't seen in a little bit. We haven't really seen too much of. And the Fiend, not the Fiend, I'm sorry, the Demon has been a loser in most of his matches, which isn't Finn's fault. It's just for some reason they don't want to build the Demon up to be the superstar that we all know that he can be. So the Demon, I want to see him come back. I do not believe that he joined the Wyatt Six. I think it would be interesting, but I don't think it would happen anytime soon. Is this the first step that Judgment Day? Yes, this is the first steps of the Judgment Day splitting up very so shortly. Seeing a little complicated by how would you set up a Wyatt Six War Games? If so, you don't have to answer, but I just want to see your fantasy booking. So question for you, Jadis, then. Am I booking the Wyatt Six against anybody, any faction, or am I setting them up against 4 superstars? Because that will change my answer. So let me know. New Bloodline versus Old Bloodline. Well, I think it should be Roman, Jimmy J, and maybe you bring in Sami Zayn, honorary Uso, run it back. And then obviously Bloodline 2.0 would be everybody but Tonga Loa probably. Or Tama Tonga. All right, if LA Knight wins, which every Friday probably does, I think LA Knight should win at SummerSlam. And I think LA Knight should win the U.S. title. The question is, what brand will Stephanie go to? Well, Stephanie's going to go to NXT. And then she probably goes to Raw right away. We're going to see Finn Balor against Damian Priest, most likely at SummerSlam. Or not SummerSlam, I'm sorry. At We got SummerSlam. We got but I think it happens at Bad Blood. Bad Blood is my prediction for Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Hold me to it, please, because I want to know if I'm right. Please let me know. But we have, and let's talk about some what did I miss? There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Let me see what it was. We talked about that. Oh, there we go. I don't even know if this I kind of forgot about this one. Did you guys see on the Chris Van Vliet episode of Booker T? Booker T said that he is willing to come back to the WWE and wrestle. Obviously, he's a commentator for NXT right now. But Booker T said that he would come back and wrestle at some point if it was in Reality of Wrestling, his wrestling company that he has, or if it was in Saudi Arabia. And you guys can say what you want about Booker T, and you guys can say whatever you want. But listen, if they're going to go wrestle and get that money back, that's what Booker T is going to go out there and do. They're going to do one more spin-a-rooney, and we're going to see Booker T go out there and wrestle one last time. So I want to know from you guys, do you guys want to see Booker T wrestle one last time? Or are you guys done with the Booker man and you want to see him shucky duck his way to stay on the NXT commentary booth? Let me know what you think and what you think about Booker T. But that is what I have. I don't think I missed anything. I'm going to look one more time to make sure. But guys, if there is anything that I missed, something that you want to talk, I did miss something on NXT's front. We saw Mariah May, guys, go out there and not only win the Owen Hart Women's Championship and the Women's Owen Hart Trophy, she took her heel and shoved it in the face of timeless Toni Storm. Toni Storm, Mariah May on a collision course to the next PLE pay-per-view for AEW. Mariah May is going to try to take that championship off of Toni Storm. And Mariah May as a heel is so good. And pass to what Booker T says. Shucky, ducky, quack, quack moment of the night was Mariah May taking out Toni Storm. There really hasn't been too much that has happened on AEW that I could personally think of. If there is, please let me know. But, I mean, it's the same old shenanigans, same old stuff. We're getting Swerve. We're getting Bryan. We're getting all this stuff at the PLEs, the pay-per-views. But I don't know, guys. It's not that I don't like AEW. It doesn't hit for me like it used to. So I really hope that AEW gets to a point at some point where I get excited again. But it's now at the point where I literally watch it, I slim through it, and then I don't do anything else. So let's do it. Let's see. Tiffany said, I want, just asking, the ref, the rules. She said that to Nia when she tried cashing. I mean, listen, Tiffany didn't know. She's new to the main roster. Bayley beats Nia Jax for the women's championship at SummerSlam. Tiffany cashes in Money in the Bank, but Trish Stratus cost her, and she becomes the first woman to fail. No, Tiffany Stratton is not failing this cash-in. Tiffany Stratton is winning the world champion. I don't know who would be the first woman to fail. We got Byron in the house. What's up, Byron? Zilla Fatu is going to be on Roman Reigns' side. Interesting. So we could get Zilla, Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. That could be the four. Yeah. Bash at the Berlin is going to be Dragunov against Gunther for the MVP of Bash at Berlin. Huh? Guys, my mom just said she found me a car and asked if I have Venmo. For what? What type of car are you getting me? Is it like a sports car? I can't show you guys because now I'll get yelled at. But oh, we got the Scooby-Doo machine. It's the mystery machine. Troll? I mean, listen, I would totally drive the mystery machine around. How many? A lot. Jadis, what does it say? Because I can't. I'll go look at it in a second. Booker T, why not? Tino's time. Zilla Fatu is going to be our Roman Reigns. What's up, Byron? Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I didn't get to your question right away. My bad. But thank you, Byron, coming and hanging out. Sure. Tiffy. Yeah, wink, wink. She won't. She's not going to. It wasn't a smart car. It was the mystery machine from Mr. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, everybody. But, guys, from SmackDown, from Raw, SmackDown, Money in the Bank, Heat Wave, all the way to this past Monday, this Friday that we were just here. We're at Sunday, and I think we're all caught up. So, we got SummerSlam. We got the Great American Bash. We got an AEW pay-per-view. We got Bash at the Berlin. We got a whole lot of other stuff. Football is beginning very soon. College game comes out next week. And a lot of shenanigans. So, guys, want to say thank you to everybody coming here and hanging out with your boy Tino today. We had a short come out a little bit earlier. If you guys want to go check that out, that is funny. Please go check it out. I thought I was being a funny guy. But go check out all the other content. Go do all that good stuff. Let's give away today's MVP of the channel of today's episode. And it is our girl, Michelle. As Michelle is today's MVP, asking a lot of good questions, being here in the episode, and just always showing up on Tino's time. So we got 54 days, Brian Urlacher's number 2. Football season beginning. We have about 2 weeks from yesterday till SummerSlam, Summer Scam. And we got the All-Star break this week, so there will not be a Southside Boys episode this Thursday. We will be traveling as your boy Tino's going back to Chicago to celebrate, see some peoples, and have himself a good weekend back in the Illinois of Chicago. So we will not be having an episode on Thursday. We will not be here this weekend for any episodes, but we will be here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday this upcoming week. So, guys, keep an eye out for the schedule this week. Go follow all the social medias. Go do all that good stuff. Become a member. Leave a super chat. All that good stuff. But thank you guys all so much for coming here and hanging out on this episode of T.T.W. I'll see you next week, next Sunday, for another T.T.W. episode. But I will also see you guys tomorrow for another week of live streams and so much more here on the channel. Guys, enjoy your Sunday. And I'll see you all back here tomorrow night on Tino's time for Monday Night Raw. Cheers.